Hi, Patrick here, have Cheetah Will View. Welcome to a cold Monday morning. Um, how cold is it? Well, it's so cold that the only way I'm getting warm is I put a Yule log on my monitor. Um, put my hands up against the screen and hope for the best. Uh, but we're here for a different reason today. That's right, that's right. It's time for the Rubber Ducky Awards, the third annual Rubber Duckies, held by our good friends, the Mighty Cinema Squad. That's right. They took over my channel last year, and rumor has it, there could be some takeover activity later on this year from the Mighty Cinema Squad. But we're here to talk a little bit about the Rubber Duckies. So let's get into it. The categories, they do this every year, this third year, and they have categories, and we go down there and we take our shot at what we like best. Now, some might surprise you. Some of the nominees might surprise you, like they did me. Tell you the truth, I was a little bit surprised by some of what I saw. And they have a voting. They also have a voting page, which I'll be putting down in the description box, so you guys can all check that out, as well as my detailed picks for the show. I'm going to try to do this pretty quickly. You can't spend too much time on here as I don't have a lot of time here on the phone. Um, but we thought we'd go ahead and get it started. Boy, it is really dark out there. All right, so they come up with some different categories, and like I said, some will be surprise you. Some will go, it's pretty mainstream for the most part. There are some nice surprises. Somebody's been finally paying attention to the ISC side of things. Thank you so much, Cinema Squad. About freaking time. It wasn't all loaded up with A24 Shrek scrap. There were some nice ISC films in here. So congratulations on you guys for that, for putting those in there. For some reason, Skinner Moretic did not make the list, boys. We're gonna have to talk about that because I do believe it came out last year. I do believe it came out last year. Anyway, so let's get going. I'm going to tell you the categories, and then I'm going to tell you the movie that me and the Cheetah came up with. All right. So the first category, and you get to vote yourself. Like I said, I'm going to put in the voting box in the description box, so you can go over there and put your own vote in. Let's see. I also should tell you too that the contest, or not the contest, but the actual Rubber Duckies themselves, the live show will be February 25th, 2024. So you got to hurry up and put your votes in. I'm already like 5 days late. I'm already surprised the Cinema Squad isn't at my door banging on it, except that I know that they know that I had the Cheetah. That's the only thing that's saving my ass. Let's get going, shall we? All right. So the first one is Best Popcorn Flick. The category, the nominees are Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, John Wick 4, The Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and Transformers: Rise of the Beast. Me and the Cheetah, we want Dungeons and Dragons. Hell yeah, fun, fun. You know we weren't going to vote for the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's just I don't it's just don't know. The biggest surprise, the biggest surprise. I got to be honest with you. Here's the film's biggest surprise. Plane, that was a big surprise. Gran Torino, not so much. I mean, it was okay. Knock at the Cabin did really well. Did pretty well. The Mighty Godzilla -1, probably the biggest surprise. Honestly, probably is the biggest surprise how well it did, and it won't be the first time you hear me talking about Godzilla. But I went with a film that really surprised me because I was just sitting going like, they made a movie about this, but since ISC released it, you know it had to be absolutely stunning and really really good. And they put it on here instead of air, which I applaud the Cinema Squad for. So me and the Cheetah, we went with Blackberry. That's our biggest surprise because I was actually surprised to see that on there. Best Hidden Gem. I like this category right here. I like the category and I like the movies they picked. All right. So the best category for hidden gem, the clone Tyrone. Uh, Aristotle and Dante discover the secrets of the universe. Looks a lot of fun. How to have sex. A movie that I just got last movie I just got last week at the library. Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. I just picked that up. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm gonna pick it up. But the one I went with was A Good Person, which was a movie that was written and directed by Zach Braff and starred Florence Pugh and Morgan Freeman. That's what I went with because I'm a huge Zach Braff fan. All right. Best horror. See if you can guess which one I picked. I won't even tell you, but we can leave it down in the comments. Like, which one did I pick? Okay, this was a little tough. This was a tough. This was actually a really well thought out category. You went for your blockbuster budget, Scream 6. You also went with an ongoing franchise, Evil Dead Rise. The stunning surprise pick from Australia that looked to be the biggest horror surprise of the year, and Talk to Me from A24. Then Eli Roth dropped the bomb on us with Thanksgiving, which I did an interview with Karen Cleese on there. If you guys want to go over there and check that out, I'll put that in the description box too. She was in the movie. She was in the most famous scene on the movie. Little plug there, boys. And of course, honestly, who else could we pick for? Sorry, Karen. Who else could we pick for but When Evil Lurks? Of course, we had to go with that. We had to. You guys already know what it was. Best animated. We have Elemento, Neoma, Suzanne, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Spider-Man Across the Universe. I gotta admit, Spider-Man Across the Universe got my pick. Sony has been putting out some really good animation. I think the animation is outstanding. The stories themselves, I don't know. I just the Spider-Man universe is so diluted. It's so everybody's a Spider-Man. If you talk to people, who's your Spider-Man, and they have like 30 different answers. I don't understand, but that's Marvel, right? Best screenplay. Best screenplay. Uh, well, we went with here's the nominees. We went with, there was American Fiction by Cord Jefferson, Godzilla -1 Tasaki Yamazaki. I know I killed that name wrong. Sorry about that, Takashi. From Godzilla -1. David Hemison from The Holdovers. Sammy Birch from May December, and of course Christopher Nolan from Oppenheimer, which is probably going to clean up on everything, right? But the one I actually went with Godzilla -1, and I just think it's outstanding that he was able to make a screenplay and bring this movie to the screen on a monster, on a kaiju, and the movie's serious. It's not the 3:30 matinee movie you watched as a kid. Godzilla, romping around, getting with baby Godzilla and all that. It's a serious movie, and it's just done insanely well for the budget it was made on. I thought the screenplay was outstanding. So I went with Godzilla -1. Best director. Christopher Nolan, Oppenheimer. J.A. Bayona, Society of the Snow, Martin Scorsese, Killers of the Flower Moon, and Joaquin Dos Santos, and a bunch of, let's see, Kemp Powers and Justin K. Thompson, Spider-Man Across the Universe, and our good friend Takashi Yamazaki. Oh, sorry about that. I know I'm killing that name. From Godzilla -1. I too also went with Tashiki again. Takashi. I went with Takashi. Because honestly, Christopher Nolan had every single resource at his disposal: budget, locations, the choice of stars. He also really got hooked up to the tail end of Barbie, which really helped propel Oppenheimer to its box office total. You could dare say that, honestly, without the Barbieheimer, maybe it does half as well as it did. Who knows? but he got everything handed to him on a golden plate. And whereas Tas- Takashi had to fight for every scrap and nail for his budget and locations and what have you. He did a lot more with a hell of a lot less. So I gave him my best director vote. Best supporting TV performance. A.L. Edley. I have no idea. See, again, I'm killing these names. From The Bear. Carla Gugino, The Fall of the House of Usher. James Marsden, doing his Professor X in Jury Duty. Ebon Moss Bachrach, The Bear. And Ray Stevenson from Akosha, for a Star Wars series. I went with Ray Stevenson, and I went with Ray Stevenson not so much because of the role necessarily, but because of the body of work that he performed before he passed away unexpectedly. He was a very underrated actor, very very good actor, and yeah, highly recommend watching anything Ray Stevens in. One movie that I really enjoyed him in was called A Cold Skin. Brilliant movie. Look it up. But yeah, Ray Stevenson, one of the Titans that we lost last year. Okay, best leading TV performance. Leading performance. This was a good field. This was a really good field. Yeah, I'm impressed. So I was impressed with this. I went. Here's the nominees: Jeremy Allen White for The Bear, Natasha Lyonne for Poker Face, Stephen Yeun for Beef, Pedro Pascal, The Last of Us, and Tom Hiddleston, Loki. I went with Tom Hiddleston. I know that's going to be a surprise to people, but Tom Hiddleston has really blossomed in that role as Loki. I mean, he's really good at it. I mean, real top notch. And uh, both seasons of Loki have come out have been outstanding and way above board of what Marvel has been putting out. Um, Everything else struggles to find its footing, but Loki seems to be very well done every single season, and they're doing the third season as well. I gotta go with Loki. It's tough too because it's a superhero series. On top of that, so it's hard to get taken seriously. Though my heart would have voted for Natasha Lyonne. Um, she has done so much to save her own life. She's had such a rough career and some really bad spots in her career and severe drug addiction, including heroin. Um, just amazing that she's still with us today. But not only is she still with us, she's kicking ass. And I personally have not seen Poker Face, which is why I could not vote for it. I have not seen anything. I have not seen the show. I've heard nothing but great things about it, but I have never seen an episode of it. I'm sure by this time next year, that will change. All right, better hurry up. Best TV series: Akosha, The Bear, Daisy and the Six, Beef, The Fall of the House of Usher, Heartstopper, Loki, The Last of Us, Only Murders in the Building, and Scavenger's Reign. I went with Loki. I explained it to you in my just a second ago. So I went with Loki. That was my favorite TV show of the year. Best Supporting Actress. Okay. So we have Best Supporting Actress. We have Divine Joy Randolph from The Holdovers. Claire Foy, All of Us Strangers. Mia Goth from Infinity Pool. Tanya Paris, They Clone Tyrone. And Julianne Moore, May December. I went with Julianne Moore with May December. Um, Julianne Moore is one of my very favorite actresses. I watch anything that she's in. She's always excellent. Always. I really cannot give you I can't tell you a bad performance by Julianne Moore. Her and Patricia Clarkson, they could be twins. I could not tell you a single bad performance I've ever saw that either one of them have given. They're just excellent in everything they do. The rest of them could be one hit wonders. Just their careers are just starting out. I just don't. I didn't get the feel for their performances. With Julianne Moore, May, December. Yeah, I went with that. Best Supporting Actor. Uh, I know it's going to sound weird when I tell you. Well, we had Ryan Gosling from Barbie, Robert Downey Jr. from Oppenheimer. Let's see. Enzo Vengeance from, I don't know, I can't pronounce that. Society of the Snow. Dominic Sessa from The Holdovers. And Charles Melton from May, December. I went with Charles Melton from May, December. The fact that he got to act across two Academy Award winners in Natalie Portman and Julianne Moore speaks volumes. And he held his own and was actually, a lot of people thought he did the best job in the movie. That's heavy weight to be lifting. And so I went ahead and went with him. It's going to be interesting to see where his career goes to. I didn't give it to Robert Downey Jr. from Oppenheimer because honestly, it's so easy. It's too easy. It's the same thing I said before. Everything was handed on a golden plate. You know, the casting and the ensemble and everything. I don't see any one person other than Cillian Murphy standing up as the leading actor or actress in that movie. That's it. All right. Best leading actress. I probably already gave you a hint of who I picked here. Carey Mulligan, Emma Stone. Oh hell no. Margot Robbie from Barbie, Natalie Portman from May December, and Tiana Taylor, 1001. I was Natalie Portman. Again, it's the level of the talent in that May December and the theme of the story, which is the Mary Kay Letourneau story. It's immense. It's hard acting. This is really true dramatic acting here. Barbie is, I've heard good things about it, but it's one of those things where it's like a chocolate. I can eat it. I can watch Barbie, and a minute later, I'm gonna forget Barbie. You know, I know it says, well, it says a lot of things. Yeah, I mean, it may have and whatnot, but not to me. And so I went with May December. I went with Natalie Portman, who's gotten better as she's gotten older. Best leading actor. Well, this is definitely a no contest. This was the easiest one of the whole damn thing. I gotta tell you, this is the easiest one. Cillian Murphy from Oppenheimer, Barry Keoghan from Saltburn, Ryosuke Kensky, Godzilla minus one, Zac Efron, The Iron Claw, Paul Giamatti, The Holdovers. Without a doubt, easiest thing I picked on this whole thing right here. I picked Paul Giamatti. Paul Giamatti is probably definitely one of the top 10 actors in my generation right now. He's absolutely amazing. Everything he does, just blazing. I hope he gets the Oscar. I really hope he gets the Oscar because he should have already had one. If anybody's ever watched Cinderella Man, absolutely knows that Paul Giamatti fucking stole that movie. Oh my gosh, amazing movie. I still talk about that with Greg Bierko, who starred as Max Baer in the movie. We still talk about that years later, and I mean, he could have been nominated too, quite honestly. Russell Crowe. That movie is criminally underrated. Such a beautiful movie. But Paul Giamatti's performance was outstanding, and he deserves an Oscar for Best Actor, without a doubt. It's got to be him. And there might be some momentum going as he won a Golden Globe for acting. So let's cross our fingers and hope that Paul Giamatti does win. But the rest of the cast, the rest of the people in the category, outstanding as well. Glad to see Zac Efron get nominated by the Cinema Squad. He's shedding that Disney image, and he has been for quite a while now. He's a really fine actor, really good actor. All right, best acting ensemble: Barbie, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Saltburn, Society of the Snow, and Oppenheimer. I went with Oppenheimer because, quite honestly, look at the talent that Nolan was able to get. Snap of the finger. I mean, come on. I mean, so easy. I mean, this is again, you got the budget for it. You could assemble anybody you want in this movie. He's going to say, "Hey, you want to come in?" Everybody's going to come in. So as long as this category is up, and as long as he's nominated for it, and a movie that he does is nominated for it, it probably will always be Christopher Nolan. Best sex scene. Why? Seriously, why? I have no idea. I looked. I didn't see any of these movies at all. I didn't see it. I had to put it something in. So I put in Infinity Pool, Trippy Orgy. I'm not even gonna do the nominations for the rest because it really doesn't matter. I'm really sort of surprised this category is in here. So I'm gonna pass. That's all I went. That's okay. Worst film. Okay. I was a little disappointed to see Beau Is Not Afraid on here, Sean. What the hell is that about? You put 65 on here? That's an action movie. That's a popcorn movie. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Again, popcorn movie. Haunted Mansion, the remake. Whew. I've heard that one. Stinky. The Exorcist Believer. I'm withholding judgment on that. I'm only going to go with the one that I know for sure. Pet Cemetery Bloodlines. Well, at least the Children of the Corn remake didn't make it on here. I voted for Haunted Mansion because if I didn't vote for Haunted Mansion, Katie from Popping the Popcorn would kill me. All right. Ooh, this is long. I've got to hurry up. Best Picture. All of Us Strangers, Barbie, The Holdovers, Godzilla -1, May December, The Iron Claw, Oppenheimer, Saltburn, Spider-Man Across the Universe, and Society of the Snow. I'm going to go with my heart on this one, and for considering the budget and what he had overcome, and the theme of the movie, and the genre of the movie, and the fact that it's being considered for the best movie of the year, I think it's outstanding, and it says a lot to the movie and to everybody involved in it. I did pick Godzilla -1. I did. Right over May December. I included everything into it, and I went with it. I went with Godzilla -1. I think it's an amazing movie, and the fact that it's being considered for major awards and it's set box office records here in the United States, I think it's a Cinderella story. All right, so that's it. I got to get out of here real quick. I'll put all my picks down below. Put yours in. I'm putting the voting tab out there. Hit over there, knock on that door, vote often, and then we will see you on February 25th, I think. Ooh, I better double check that. Otherwise, I'll be getting taken over quick. February 25th for the Cinema Squad. Who knows? The Cheetah and I might be taking over the Cinema Squad. Yes. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.